Hello, this is a short recording on how to get caught up in the OMS when you are several lessons behind. Many of you may feel like you can't do it, but I'm here to help you get to the point where you feel successful. The first thing we're going to be focusing on are the TOPS habits. We're going to look at number 1, plan your week. And I also just want to take a moment to talk about number 5, communication. These are not necessarily in order of importance either, but communication, I was looking through many accounts and I noticed that there was some accounts with 17 unread emails. So you need to make sure as a learning coach you are reading your email in the morning and evening, and students are reading their email maybe once a day. So please make this a priority to be checking your email and communicating within 24 hours, if necessary, with the teacher or administration or advisor that is reaching out to you. But let's really focus on planning your week and getting caught up. We want to make sure you're taking each moment captive and making each moment count. A lot of students may have class connects at 9 or 9:30 and then 10, but they may have a break until 1:30 and they don't know what to do with this middle time. So make sure that you write out what we talk about so that they know what to do. They need a schedule. Getting caught up takes 5 steps. Step number 1 would be checking your OMS overdue assignments and making a list. Number 2 is you're going to start with your core courses with the least amount of overdue assignments, and then you'll move on to the next course. Then you're going to go to classes and select your grades. Number 4, you're going to write down each F that you have. And then once you're caught up, you are going to start just following the daily schedule so that you don't get behind again. And learning coaches, you'll want to check that every day just to make sure each day they are on track. Remember, if you make something up in USA Test Prep, you need to contact that content teacher. Teachers don't get notifications from USA Test Prep letting them know you made up a past due assignment. So if you see something saying formative or you did anything in USA Test Prep, please email your teachers after you have finished making those assignments up. Let's dive in with number 1. Check your OMS overdue assignments. So you're going to go to My Schedule and you're going to go to the Overdue tab over here on the right hand side. 11 seems extreme and overwhelming, but I'm going to show you it's really not as bad as that seems. If you break up what you're missing into groups, so let's group our math assignments together: group science, social studies, language. I don't have the electives on here, but those you would group as well. So as you see, when you're looking at this, oh, I only have one language assignment and I won't have any missing assignments in language. I can do that today. So by grouping them, you can see, okay, this may not be as bad as I thought. It's not 11 math assignments. Okay, typically it's not just in one course. So after you make a list, you're going to look at your Class Connect schedule. And the reason we're doing this, we're just going to see which days we have more available than others. Remember, your weekly view includes all your optional and required sessions. So really try just to focus on what is required. You would write these down on a schedule, so that if you wrote these down for your student, you write down where the required sessions are, so they know where they have gaps of time to work on assignments. And when we're working to get caught up, we're also going to notice that we on this particular schedule, we would have Tuesday and Thursday more available, maybe to work on more extra assignments than maybe, let's say, a Wednesday. So number 2, you're going to start with the core courses with the least amount of overdue assignments. You want to work on your Class Connects for each day that's required. So you're going to go to your required Class Connects. You're going to work on your daily assignments throughout the day. So if you have a Class Connect at 9:30 and 10, you're going to take a 5-minute break, just like a restroom break. Take 5 minutes, just like in the brick and mortar. When they have a passing period, they take a 5-minute break. So give your student a passing period, and then we're going to sit down and work again. If you have to, set a timer, but we're going to work on our assignment, whatever is assigned for that day, for the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes, just like they would in the brick and mortar, and then give them a break if you see they need a break. But you're going to fill in every gap throughout their day with either short breaks or assignments. Then at the end of the day, once they finish all their daily work, you are going to work on getting caught up, maybe 1 or 2 assignments every single day. Here, we are going to work on language because in our example, that was the one with the least amount of assignments in order to get caught up. So we work on that assignment and bam, you are caught up in language. You have no missing assignments or overdue assignments. Then the next day you do the same. You go to your required classes, you work on your assignments. And then we next was social studies. It only had 2 missing assignments. So depending on your student, Tuesday was a day with least class connects. So you can fill in that time with an extra lesson. Okay? And finish maybe both of those on Tuesday. Now, making up more than 2 assignments may not be wise depending on your child, but if they're highly motivated, keep working. The next day, Wednesday was kind of a busy day, so doing 3 math assignments at the end of a busy day with a busy schedule may not be wise, so that's kind of why I broke this up. Thursday, you may be able to get 2 extra math assignments in, and then, maybe that next day you get 1 extra, but I would not let more than 3 days go by without being caught up in any one subject. And then finally, we still had 3 assignments for science that we were not caught up in. So we're going to work on those on the weekends. Remember, any gaps in your time that you had these last few weeks that were not used wisely or your student didn't know how to use that time, we're making it up now. And once they're caught up, they get their full weekend back. You don't have to work 8 hours on the weekend. You do a lesson at a time. But it may only take 1 weekend to be fully caught up. And then number 3, once you're caught up in your assignments, your overdue assignments, and let's say you're still not doing great, let's dive into our classes. Let's look at each individual class. For this example, let's just look at math. When I go into my math class and I select the word grades at the top, I first see instructional practice, or I see the portion up here and I see F's, A's, B's. So these F's, I would redo these lessons. Any S lesson with an F. But you need to scroll down. This is a big error. Most people don't realize they need to scroll down because then you're going to see assessments down at the bottom. And here, this assessment has a 0. So that means it wasn't even done. This little dash right here may mean this says beginning of the year. That means that was not completed as well. Okay, so you want to start with just anything that has an F. Make those up. If they've already used their 2 attempts, then you'll want to contact the content teacher. Okay. And then number 5, once caught up, follow your schedule daily. Again, remember to use something like this calendar in the background, just writing everything out for your child until they get on a very strict schedule or something that they are used to doing, which takes about a month for most students. So let's just review our 5 steps of getting caught up. Check your OMS overdue assignments. Make a list. So you're going to group each content area. Start with the core courses with the least amount of overdue assignments. Then you go down the list. Then you're going to go see what classes that what lessons you may have failed, so you can redo those. So you're going to go under classes and select grades. Finally, you're going to write down your F's for missing your F's under grades. And I do want to say, if you're wondering why your student made an F, I do have another video that's called Digging Deeper. And if you want to dig deeper, I can show you exactly what your student did or did not do. I'll show you if they did 1 out of 14 sections of this lesson. That may have been why they made a 33 on their assessment. But that is in another video called Digging Deeper into Your Student's Work. Finally, once you're caught up, continue to follow your schedule daily. I hope you found this very helpful and that you can find success in a very short period of time. Please reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns.